What's up, guys? Hi. Hey there.
Hello, hello.
Welcome to the Valenti Bros show. Cheers.
Here we go. It's been a while.
This is Matt. I'm sure you guys know Matt. If you've been here for a while, you remember Matt. Matt, when's the last time you were here?
I was in like the top 5 videos, and then
This was like 3 or 4 months ago.
I went MIA because work got crazy.
He's a corporate slave over here.
But
listen,
depends how you look at it.
We got this this is episode 1 of the Valenti Bros show. That's what we're going to name it. Essentially, Matt and I were both leftists, varying degrees of leftists. And
I mean, look, we grew up in a very politically minded household.
Yes, we did.
Our family is politically minded. One of your first Valentiverse guests was
Jessica.
our cousin Jessica Valenti, who's
but
anything more politically minded than any of us.
Listen, before we dive too deep in there, I just want to finish the intro here for you guys. Listen, this show is going to be focused on our agreements and our disagreements, on breaking news, on the current political climate, and usually just the stupid shit that Trump is doing. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. If you do want to support the channel financially, a couple ways you could do it. Become a patron on Patreon, $5. Become a member on YouTube, $5. Buy some of the Valenti Videos merch down below, and use the 40% off discount code for the Vantage subscription for Ground News, located in the description down below.
There you go. Well done.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks.
All right.
So,
listen,
we got a lot of shit. We got a whole Google Doc that you're not gonna fucking see. Maybe we'll show you at the end.
I mean, listen.
Google Doc on Patreon.
We care about you, so we prepare.
Oh, and this show, if you're watching this right now, this show, the whole episode is gonna be members only or on Patreon. Either one, however you want to support it, but we're going to post a shorter clip, okay? If you're seeing this, that's going to be the shorter clip. If you're not a fucking member, it's only $5. But anyway, we got a whole lot of shit to cover.
All right. The big news of the day is...
The big news?
The big news.
The big, beautiful bill.
Big, beautiful bill.
One big, beautiful bill.
All right.
I'm just a bill.
So, there has still... tell me what you think. First of all, before I even...
Wait, let's give him a sum up.
No.
It depends on when they're watching. They could be watching this in the future.
What is your take on how the Big Beautiful Bill has been sold?
It is May 22nd, 2025, and the Big Beautiful Bill has not been approved or denied yet. The vote is 215 to 214.
No, it's been... Right? It passed the House, but it's not the Senate.
Oh, okay. No.
The Senate, it passed the House. You know
what?
Oh,
no. It passed by one. It passed by one. It passed by one.
First,
passed by one.
Because people can't trust you. They have to trust the news and what you think of the news.
Shitting, kid.
Show his face. Show his face.
Wait, hold on. First, here's the headline. House passes Trump's big, beautiful bill in razor-thin vote after dramatic all-night session. Washington. The House narrowly passes President Trump's domestic policy bill Thursday following a dramatic all-night session and days of negotiations. Okay, you're right.
I know.
It passed.
I'm always
right.
I
forgot. The thing is, motherfucker, in a 215 to 214 vote, it passed, right? It passed by one. Want to know why I was able to pass? Dead Jerry Connolly! Dead Jerry Connolly!
All right.
Sorry.
I want to know, before we talk about the do-nothing Democrats who could literally fuck anything up.
Do-nothing demos.
I want to know what you think about how this is being sold, the information behind it, the misinformation behind it, and
Okay. I'll say this: there's a reason why he's calling it the one big beautiful bill, and it's because he doesn't want his most loyal followers, or just like the average voter, to fucking read it. Right? He's packaging it as this one big beautiful bill with a fucking ribbon tie, little bow, because inside of it, if you actually read all of the details, none of it is the things that he promised. Like when he goes, no tax on tips, right? Well, let me ask you something. When I hear no tax on tips, when you hear no tax on tips, I think maybe that means no fucking tax on tips, right?
Well, they're trying to play some mind
games. Is that not what he said?
All right.
But meanwhile,
that's not what this is about.
Point being, when you read into it, it's like a tax deduction up to $25,000. Only on cash tips. You gotta qualify. That's what I'm saying, is that he doesn't want people to read the meat and potatoes because you know what they say: don't judge a book by its cover. Judge this fucking book by its cover. Its cover is the big beautiful bill. That's fucking insane.
First, I want to talk about the hypocrisy of it. When the Inflation Reduction Act, I'm sorry, not the Inflation Reduction Act. What was the first one? The big infrastructure one.
The Affordable Care Act?
No. That Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema passed.
I can look it up.
What was the name?
What am I looking up? What do you need? I'll fucking type it.
What was the big Biden bill that Joe Manchin killed? Build Back Better. That was the name.
Oh, okay.
When the
Build Back
when the Build Back Better bill was being introduced, all of the Republicans, what they would say is, why are you shoehorning all these things into one thing?
Oh, exactly.
There's too much. They call, there's a term that these people call it. They call it pork. You filled it with pork. Well, you're trying to shoehorn all these things. Why is there? How about you just pass the border funding and then we'll worry about all the other stuff later? Why? Because the Republicans wanted to be able to vote for one issue and then reject another issue.
Yes,
And then they didn't want they wanted the Republican cover. I'm sorry, they wanted the political cover to say, well, I didn't vote for the for the liberal policies. I only voted for the Republican policies.
Exactly, but also
now, after fucking 4 years of bitching about this, and they do this every cycle, but after 4 years of bitching, they're gonna shoehorn so much fucking shit into this goddamn bill. And then, what happened to the pork? What happened to having standalone issues? What happened to all the direct, I think direct ballot initiatives, quite frankly, are better because it's more democracy to the people. But this bill, this is what it does.
Matt put together a little list of this, and I'm sure you guys have seen all the videos online. But here's just
at this part, we'll pull up what the Vanguard.
All right. Here's a list. Here's a list.
Just go from here down to here.
Listen, there, $300 billion cut from food stamps from SNAP, right?
Okay.
$500 billion cut from Medicare. That's $500 billion with a B. $800 billion cut from Medicaid. A $350 billion cut from Obamacare.
Now this is where Senator Josh Hawley, I don't really give a shit where he's from, doesn't matter, I don't trust that man. He's saying, this is where I'm likely going to vote against it. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't trust you. Also, he's the guy who did the famous fist up for the January Sixers. That guy.
No shot.
That's him, right? So this is just a huge
chat. Boo this man.
Yeah. Fuck
Boo! Okay, so what else does it do?
So it's huge tax cuts for the wealthy.
Oh yeah, it's like the largest tax cuts for the wealthy.
It also adds $3 trillion to the deficit and $20 trillion to the debt. That's now.
So we're just raising the debt ceiling over and over again.
They said they can lose either 3 or 4 senators and still pass it. I forget what the math is, but this is where now Rand Paul is likely to defect. I think he's actually more likely to defect than Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski.
Oh, he's already defecting. I've been seeing him all over the news.
Fine, but yeah, okay. What they say in the press and then what they put to a congressional vote.
No, you're right.
Actions speak louder than words.
Then Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, they say they're maybes right now. In my opinion, and this is just an opinion, it seems like they are less likely to buck Trump in his second term than they were in his first term.
Yeah, because
when it was John McCain and it was Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, Mitt Romney, he's on a vengeance tour.
Oh, yeah.
So then let me pull up this list here. Here we go. Did I do it? Yeah, I did.
You're good.
Okay, read that.
What is that? Okay, parents and older Americans will face work requirements for food assistance. Yagituvati Chach, comrade, welcome to Soviet America. New Medicaid work requirements eliminates tax on gun silencers.
It's actually ridiculous.
What?
It's ridiculous.
What? Wait. These are the same people who bitched and moaned about how Luigi Mangione had a silencer. How the fuck are these people getting silencers?
And now they want to make it so he wouldn't have been needing tax.
Ends Planned entirely? Ends Planned Parent entirely?
That's why, by the way, I just want to say one thing.
Holy fucking shit.
Is if you want to learn more about Planned Parenthood, everything with reproductive rights, follow Abortion Every Day newsletter. Our cousin Jessica Valenti.
Shout out Jess.
Yep. Shout out to the Valenti.
Shout out Jess.
But Jessica, there's no better journalist covering abortion and women's rights and pro-choice legislation and anti-women's freedom actions on the Trump administration than our cousin Jessica.
Yeah, no, she's a machine.
Follow
She's
her.
an absolute
But
machine.
all right, let's go back here.
Enough
So
plugging
that
Jess.
was number 4, Chris.
$46.5 billion for a border wall.
Keep going.
$25 billion for Trump's Golden Dome.
Yep.
Check out my Golden Dome video. Crazy Grandpa wants Golden Dome.
He wants Golden Dome.
He does. I want Dome! Hey, if you like that video, the full version is available to members on YouTube, and it's available on Patreon. Big shout out to the members and the patrons. I love you. Thank you very much. Do me a favor. Click that video right over there. I promise you it's an absolute banger. Unless you're on Patreon. It doesn't exist.
We'll see you there.
Bye.